Hi guys, today I did this really earthy, dramatic green eye makeup look using my Wet n Wild Color Icon palette in Comfort Zone. And I had previously done a look using the copper shades on the left side, and you guys have requested a look using the green eyeshadows as well. Judging from my feedback on the last video, a lot of you guys had said that you do have this palette, and when I have an eyeshadow palette I like to make the most of it and use as many colors as I can, and I wanted this to be a very dynamic look, so I think I did use 5 of the shades. But don't get frustrated, this is pretty accessible, but if you don't have this, you can definitely achieve the exact same look just by using a taupey, like a taupe shade on the lid, a green eyeshadow in the crease and the lower lash line, and then just whatever highlight shade you want. Sometimes it's fun to play around with them and get more use out of the products in your collections. I'm just going to get started. Keep watching if you want to see how I got this look. Okay, I'm going to start off with my lid color, and I want most of the drama to be on the lower lash line and in my crease, so I'm going to use a pretty neutral taupey brown shade. So with my Wet n Wild palette in Comfort Zone, I'm using this eyeshadow right here that's marked Brow Bone. So to avoid any fallout, I'm really pressing that into my lid. And I also want this color to really show up, so I'm using a denser brush. This is an E55 from Sigma. So I'm just patting that all over my lid from the inner corner to the outer corner. Okay, so now for my crease color. You could really use any of these darker green shades for your crease color. I went with these two, so I'm going to use this one that is actually marked crease first on my E35 blending brush. And I'm actually applying this to a very tiny area, just right in the deepest part of my crease right there, but if yours isn't as prominent, just place it wherever you want that color to be, wherever you want to create that depth. And yeah, I'm just basically placing it in a very tiny area. It's almost just a very thin line right above the lid color right there. So now I'm going to use the brighter, it's more of a leaf green, right above the color we just used, and it's marked Eyelid. I'm going to be using that on my E40 blending brush. I'm using this color to blend out our crease shade that we just applied, and also to add a brighter pop of color. And then once you get the color placed, you can start moving your brush around a little bit more. That way you won't get as much fallout, and just swirling it all over the brow bone, going back and forth like that. So now I'm going to go through my little blending ritual that I usually do with my highlight shades, just to make sure that the darker colors blend flawlessly into your highlight. And I'm using this color that used to be marked Brow Bone, but I've used it so much that I can't really tell anymore. But it's just a very pale, golden, creamy shade. It's a really nice highlight color. So what I like to do is just kind of tap it on to start and then blend it down into the color. You can kind of see how it almost brightens up our crease color a little bit too by blending a lighter color down into it. Then what I like to do is just go back with whatever crease shade I use, in this case the brighter green marked Eyelid, with my E40 brush again, and I just reapply that, and it gives just a more seamless blend than if I would have just applied those colors separately on their own. Okay, I'm going to skip down to the lower lash line for a second, and as a base for my eyeshadows down there, I'm using my CoverGirl Liqualine Blast in Green Glow. So I'm just applying that to the lower lash line really quickly. Okay, then going back to my Wet n Wild palette, I'm using the color all the way at the bottom that is marked Definer, which mine has pretty much in shambles, but it's very similar to Club by MAC, so if you have that color you can use that one as well. And I'm just taking that on my E20 short shader brush. So I'm going to line my upper lash line with this color, and since it does have a brownish duochrome to it, it's going to add a little bit more dimension to the outer crease, and I'm actually just going to line the color up with the outer edge of the green crease color. So this one is actually forming the bottom edge of my outer V. Just like that. And that's going to make it just look a little bit more dramatic and winged out. I'm just going to build up the thickness of this eyeshadow on the outer lash line, and then take it all the way in and line my entire upper lash line with it. Then you want to take a little bit more in that same shader brush and pull it around down to the lower lash line. And I'm actually bringing it into right about 2/3 of the way in. Quickly, I'm picking up the bright green again on the same short shader E20 brush and just going to place that right under my tear duct right here, where you see there's a little bit of the eyeliner remaining right there. Just going to tap that right in there and then just brush it all the way back. Okay, once you got that down, I'm going to go back to this color right here that we use for our brow highlight. And all I did for that is I just applied it to the inner corner, because whenever I do a look that's dramatic and kind of dark in other areas, I like to make sure that the inner corner is nice and bright so that you don't look tired or anything like that. So I just brushed it back over that taupe lid color and then just applied a little bit more to the inner tear duct. Okay, then for my eyeliner, I'm just using my Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner pen. To create more of a winged out shape. I'm just going to follow that exact edge we created with our eyeshadow and just going to thicken it up a little bit. Then one final step, I'm using my CoverGirl Liqualine Blast. I forget the name of this one. It doesn't say on the pencil, but it's just the dark brown shade. And I'm just applying that to my upper and lower waterline. Then I'm going to apply a bunch of coats of my Maybelline 1x1 Satin Black Mascara. I love this mascara. It is jet black and it really does add to the drama of this look. It gives you a very intense, bold look to your lashes, which I really, really like. I want to make sure I really focus in on those outer lashes and really flare them out to accentuate the winged out shape of our eyeshadow. Okay, so to finish up this look, I'm going to be using some coral colors on my cheeks and lips, and I love coral for summer, and there's some really great options at the drugstore. This is my Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, which is a really nice shimmery apricot color. I'm going to apply that with my F40 brush from Sigma. And I love this because it's not really sparkly or anything like that. It just gives you a really nice, almost gives the effect of a mineralized skin finish from MAC, or a mineralized blush. And applying that to my cheeks. And then on my lips, I'm already wearing this, but I'm going to apply a little bit more. This is my Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain in Charm. And this is a really, really interesting color. It's just a very pale peach, corally peach. And this color is actually really nice on its own, but I do like to lighten it up a little bit, kind of nudify it with a lighter nude gloss, and it really does create the perfect pale peach lip. I love it. So a really great one from the drugstore that I think, I don't know, I just think this is one of those unsung heroes of the drugstore. This is the Revlon Lip Gloss in Peach Petal. This was one of my all-time favorite glosses, and I kind of forgot about it for a while. But I've recently gone back to it, and I really, really love it. And whenever you're using really pale colors, make sure to blend everything together with your finger. That does it for this drugstore makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I hope you're enjoying your summer, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!